Hello, comic fans and movie goers. I've just now stepped out of the movie theater from watching a movie called Superman. I believe that's what it's called too. Just Superman. No incredible adjective, just the same, just plain old Superman. I'm not going, like usual, I'm not going to get no spoilers about the movie. I'm just going to tell you what I felt most intrigued about the movie. To me, I grew up in the 1970s. I was 10 years old when the first full-fledged Superman movie came out. I believe it was with Christopher Reeve in there. I love that movie too. I love them, and after Christopher Reeve, I think the next movie version was other than TV. I'm just going by the movie version. The next movie version was that Henry Cavill. And I think this is probably the third iteration of Superman's on the big screen. The thing I loved about the movie is that Superman, he seemed completely human. He always got those incredible Greek-like powers. Of the Romans and the Greek gods. He got those levels of power. But this one, it touched the surface and making him more human. And just not him, not just the Clark Kent Superman character was more human, but to my mind, everyone felt more human. Lois Lane, especially Jimmy Olsen. Everyone in the movie seemed like they had a major part. The only one who did a minor part, was what's his name? Perry White. Since he's the I guess the editor, they ain't gonna give him no major parts. He just go around barking out orders. Since he's the leading person at the Daily Planet, he never really became bonded with Superman in any way. He just reported on the news. He just did his usual thing, gave everyone, walked around barking orders for what the reporter's been doing. But other than that, everyone else seemed like they was their normal comic version. I think, Cat Grant, I don't think they even used the name Cat Grant. She just seemed a little bit more flaky compared to the comic books I read in the 1980s. When Superman was remade, she seemed flaky to me. But everyone else seemed grounded and down to earth, and I was truly impressed with this version of Lois Lane. And she had characteristics of the Lois Lane from the 1970s, 78 movie with her addiction to overloading her coffee with sugar. This one, she did the same thing, overload her coffee with major portions of caffeine. And it was the only hold up, man. Lex Luthor, to my version, this was the most devastating version of Lex Luthor. This one seemed like he would actually kill people. And he showed him in that movie killing someone, an innocent person. I don't think any of the other versions of Lex Luthor from 1978 to the one with Henry Cavill in it, but I don't think Lex Luthor was in his. Oh yes, he was. He was in that Batman versus Superman version. And that version of Lex Luthor, he was maniacal or killer, but they never showed him actually kill no one. The Lex Luthor in this Superman movie, they show him actually kill a person. And I always wonder, why did he hate Superman so much? I know from the comic books I read in the 70s, he hated Superman because he used to have hair, then he went bald. But in 2025, most people, they proud to have a bald head. So we can't use that excuse anymore that he went bald. Now, he could use it as an excuse if he went bald as a 15-year-old teenager, because we don't see teenagers walking around with bald heads. Other than that, Lex Luthor, he was a convincing version of Lex Luthor. That's what he was. I think he was too young. He and Superman looked the same age. In the I guess in the actual comic books, and in the original series, he and Superman was the same age. Because remember, he knew Clark Kent. So, they was roughly in the same age group. So this Lex Luthor, I can't blame him with being in the same age group as Superman, because like the original version, I think he was in that same age group as Superman. So I just gave my little intake of the Superman movie, and the most other than Lex Luthor, the most dangerous character in the movie in my mind was that dude Krypto. Krypto was the most dangerous entity in the movie other than Lex Luthor. The movie will show him how destructive he is. So thank you for stopping by, good people, for hearing my little 5-minute or so review of the Superman movie. To recap, what I found the most appealing about it, other than all the flashy powers and the flying and the strength, the heat vision and the cold breath, was that they made him seem more human. That's the first thing you notice about him. He's more down to earth. He's more human. He has human foibles, weaknesses, and strengths. That's the greatest impact of the movie. It always irritates me, how critics come out always giving movies bad reviews and all this stuff. I know it's not real. See, they take it too seriously. I think critics take it too seriously. It's a fictional movie. I go to the movie to escape paying bills, paying car insurance, paying the electric company, paying my phone bills. We go to the movie just to escape the mundane things of life for a couple hours. So other than that, I didn't go out the movie with a bunch of negative reviews. Plus, compared to other Superman movies, this movie had you laughing the most. I was laughing, and people in the movie theater was laughing. And I liked the movie, even though it had a bunch of other meta-human characters in it. It was really terrific. The one who was the most impressive to me was Mr. Terrific. And he seen Mr. Terrific. He took basically out of a whole platoon in a matter of minutes. And plus he had fighting skills too. He didn't just rely on his technology. Mr. Terrific had actually hand-to-hand, it wasn't Batman level, but he had hand-to-hand combat skills. I love Mr. Terrific. Other than Superman, I think he was the second major character in the movie. Other than Superman, Mr. Terrific, and maybe Metamorpho was number 3. But Mr. Terrific, he was the second leading character in the movie because he was terrific. He could fight, he had his technology, and he was a genius level intellect. Thank you for stopping by, good people, for hearing my little rant about Superman movie. I think you should go and see it. In my mind, it's a decent movie for my $21 I had to pay. Until the next movie review, good people, arrivederci.